Welcome back to another Brick episode. My name is Peter Breen, your founder and host of the Rugby Bricks podcast and these Brick episodes. Today we're talking about choosing what to ignore. Rugby Bricks has just been at the start of this year through a bit of a restructure and an understanding of what's important and what we're going to focus on. But one of the best exercises that I found was us choosing what to ignore. I came across a great example and it was the Wright brothers. If you don't know who the Wright brothers are, they were the guys, the people that learned how to fly first. They created a plane and were able to fly before anyone else, but they famously chose something to ignore to actually make this happen. Let me read this to you. The Wright brothers famously decided to focus on equilibrium. What a word, equilibrium. The Wright brothers famously decided to focus on equilibrium over propulsion for the reason that if the engine did fail, at least they would be able to glide back to the ground. So let's think about that. They decided to focus on being able to keep the plane flying rather than the propulsion, which is like the engine and building the engine and making sure that it actually fits on a metal structure to give it propulsion to go forward. They decided that's going to happen. That'll be ready when we're ready. We're going to focus on actually flying the plane and keeping this thing level. So key to the Wright brothers' flying success was its 3-axis control system, which featured wing warping for lateral balance, a movable rudder, and an elevator for pitch control. So some people focused on the engine and the propulsion and building this thing that would make the plane go forward and be able to take off. These boys focused on keeping it level and being able to fly. The crucial part of this and understanding choosing what to ignore is that what you're choosing to ignore doesn't mean that it's not important. The Wright brothers knew that they were going to need both. They were going to need that big word equilibrium, and they were going to need propulsion. They chose to focus on equilibrium. There's so many things that are important that we can choose to do, but what we're saying is we're just going to choose to ignore that for now, focus on this and get this right so that we can then do that. So a couple of examples inside of Rugby Bricks that I'd like to share to help sort of get this message across. So right now, Rugby Bricks could choose to put time and effort into building a brand new kicking tee. So we've got our tees at the moment. We've got the RB Wolves, we've got the RB Vortex, different tees that are really popular. We could choose to go, yep, we want to do something new. We want to do like an adjustable tee or a different way to hold the ball. We could do that. Or we could choose to ignore that and focus on getting these tees into as many kickers around the world, into retail stores, into e-commerce. We could focus on doing that. What are we going to choose to ignore? Right now for us, we're going to focus on getting the tees to as many kickers as possible. Another one, whenever you've got a project or a small business, there's so many different social avenues that you can go down. TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, there's Discord groups, there's Facebook groups, there's ambassador programs, there's EDMs, there's so many different things in a week that you can choose to do. So we could choose to put energy and time and resource and money into all those different things, or we could ignore all those things and focus on creating the best website and customer experience for our customers. Let's just do that. Let's just make a world-class website and have the customer experience for either B2B or B2C world-class. Let's focus on that. Ignore all the other stuff. It's really easy to start another social media channel or try a different piece of content or a different channel or a new series. What would happen if we just went website and customer experience? Did that. And simply put, for a lot of goal kickers and kickers that follow all of our content, you could focus on so many different styles of kicking. There's box kicking, goal kicking, spiral kicking, drop kicking, punt kicking, grubber kicking. You could focus on trying to make those all as best that you can, or you could say for the next month, I'm just going to focus on my drop punt. I really want to nail this so that I've got a good solid exit kick that I can pull out when I need to. Like, this is my focus. I'm not going to do so much spirals or grubber kicking or even too much goal kicking. Right now, I have to get this right so that I can build my game and be able to contribute to my team with a big exit boot. So right now, I want you to have a think about what is something in your week right now that you're focusing on that then you could actually choose to ignore that you'd benefit somewhere else. Are you spending a little bit more time in the gym when your fitness is still the thing that is holding you back? Gym is important. Yep, we all know bigger, stronger, faster. Gym is important, but are you focusing on the gym when fitness is still holding you back? Are you spending time rushing to see mates and having coffee dates and catch up where one extra skill session a week could really be the unlock in getting you picked and making the team that you want to make? Are you focusing on having this incredible morning routine that goes for 45 minutes and you tick all these different boxes where you could use that 45 minutes to get up and do a skill session and get picked and get that starting spot and progress your game? A lot of things are important. A lot of things require time. And I think as soon as you get organized on choosing what to ignore, you can really develop in a certain area that is going to help boost and take you forward. Okay, choose something to ignore this month and let me know how you get on.
And when you're finished with that, I suppose you're going to fly, huh?